Once upon a time, in a small antique shop, there were two vintage telephones named Alexander and Bertha. They were both made of shiny brass and had rotary dials. Alexander was a stately old phone, proud of his age and distinguished appearance. Bertha was a bit newer, but she was proud of her sleek and modern design. One day, as the shop was closed, the two phones began to have a conversation about the meaning of natural selection. Alexander argued that it meant that the strongest and most adaptable would survive, while Bertha believed that it meant that the most beautiful and desirable would be chosen. Alexander scoffed at Bertha's idea, saying that beauty was a superficial trait and had nothing to do with survival. Bertha retorted that Alexander was just old-fashioned and couldn't see the value in newer, more advanced designs. The argument grew heated, and the two phones could not see eye to eye. They continued to bicker for hours, until finally, the shop owner returned and unplugged both of them, putting an end to their disagreement. But as they sat in silence, unplugged and forgotten, they began to realize that perhaps they were both right. Natural selection meant that the strongest and most adaptable would survive. But it also meant that the most beautiful and desirable would be chosen. It was a delicate balance, and one that they would never fully understand. And so, the two vintage telephones sat in the antique shop, contemplating the mysteries of natural selection and the complexities of life.